let us start the class. I think all of you already aware about our class schedule. I will discuss about this a little bit at the end of this class. Okay, and in our online class, I want to reminder some of the things about using Zoom. While using Zoom, always try to use the raise hand option. Okay, so whenever I ask something, if I ask you, okay, are you done with it? Then you can raise your hand clearly, or you can write in the chat box. Okay, so yeah, like that, like Marcelo is raising his hand, like this way, you can raise your hand. And I want to allow at least 2-3 people in the whole class to unmute their audio who has no noise outside. Okay, like I want Akhil to unmute his audio. Let me select randomly 3 people. Okay, I think Akhil, can you do that by yourself? Yeah, you can do that by yourself. You don't need permission to do that.
Yes, I can unmute it by myself.
So 2 more people who have no noise outside. Okay, please try to unmute so that we can interact in a better way. I want Marcelo. Marcelo, can you unmute your audio and make sure that you don't have any noise?
Okay, I'm available. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I want 1 more people like Saiful Islam. Bhai, can you hear me? If you don't have any noise, try to unmute. Okay, that's good. So I want to interact 2 or 3 people at least in the whole the class, and sometimes I'll randomly ask something and select people and ask him whether he's done that or not. Okay, so reminder about using Zoom, I think is done. And second option is that you must, okay, just a few seconds, why it is not working. Okay, regarding asking questions and answers, like between the class, you can unmute the audio and ask questions directly, especially after discussing something for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. I will always give you the permission to ask me questions. Okay, and I will always try to explain the answers. Now, if for some reasons you have too many questions, okay, then when our class time is finished, that is after 2 hours, you can ask me questions for half an hour or 1 hour, as much as you want. Okay, maximum of 1 hour you have the permission to ask me questions after finishing the class if you have some personal problems. And also at any day in the week, like Sunday or Monday or Wednesday, whenever you are free, try to knock me in WhatsApp or Messenger or wherever you're comfortable. Okay, so you can ask me about this class at any day in this particular week. Okay, and regarding assignment, after finishing the class, especially for this class, we will not deal with too much on the analysis part, but for the next class we will start our analysis part. So you will always have some assignments. I will not give like high volume of assignments, but you will have at least minimum amount of assignments. I expect you to finish that on time, and if you have any problem, you can consult with me regarding assignments. And one more thing, in between the week, at any day, I will create a video or give you the solution of the assignment. Okay, I prefer to give you a video recording and send it in your email in the solution of assignment. And I will also provide all the PDF of statistical concepts. Okay, it's not exactly the same PowerPoint slide I'm showing you. Some of the slide here I don't have the permission to share with you because some of the design I bought it from Invato. I don't know you guys have heard about Invato, and I have the license to use some of the design which I cannot share. Okay, but I will share all the content written here in the slide. And regarding data files and interpretation files, I already told you so many times, I will share everything at your email. Okay, And moving forward, uh, okay, my space button is working a little bit slowly. I don't know why. Okay, I got it. So my mouse option is working clearly, but my space button is not working while using Zoom. I even observed that in the last class. Okay, so in our online courses, we have around 6 chapters as I planned. Like you guys already saw it, but remember, you have to follow all this chapter to finish this course. I have not any plan to add any more topic, but you can suggest me. Okay, I can take 1 or 2 classes at the end of this course if I feel so. Like at our first chapter, we have introduction to statistics and Spss, where we will discuss some of the basic idea at first, like what is statistics, descriptive, inferential statistics, population sample, classification of variable, measurement scale, like data entry, setup, transformation. Then, like I'll discuss about chapter 2, we have data collection and presentation. How you guys know, I will show some basic idea about drawing graphs, then I will show it in spaces and how to interpret it. And then measure of central tendency, dispersion, skewness, kurtosis, and correlation. Okay, I think you guys already saw it in my poster or in my message. Okay, so we'll discuss in the first 3 chapters included as descriptive part of statistics. Okay, here we don't have any inferential part, but at the beginning of our chapter 4, we have like distribution and hypothesis test. This chapter 4 is the beginning of inferential statistics. Okay, so like here we will discuss normal distribution, some of the basic idea of hypothesis, and some of the common hypothesis tests like chi-square, Fisher's exact test. And then chapter 5, this is the most challenging part in this course. Okay, like simple linear regression, multiple linear regression, binary ordinal multinomial. Okay, these particular 5 things is very, very important for you to learn. In terms of prediction in statistics, this is the most powerful one. And then at finishing our course, we'll discuss chapter 6, where we will also discuss some of the hypothesis tests which actually use to find the difference between groups. Okay, like I guess you guys must have heard about ANOVA. Like I have some spelling mistakes here. 1-way ANOVA, 2-way ANOVA, 3-way ANOVA. And non-parametric test is also very important part in statistics, because at most cases it is hard or it is difficult to deal with parametric test. You have to follow a lot of conditions or assumptions. Okay, so these are the course materials you have to follow in this course. Now you know what, when while having completing my graduation, we have a lot of statistics course. Okay, like introduction to statistics, probability, sampling techniques, sampling distribution, estimation, regression analysis, ANOVA, and a lot of things like biostatistics, epidemiology, and like time series demography, robust statistics. Now, why I'm showing this? I'm showing this give you the idea that how the statistics course can be. And one more question is that, okay, so how much you gonna cover in this course? Okay, like you know what, I will not cover most of the things, most of the statistical theories. Okay, this course is actually focusing on the applied things. Okay, and I will give you some idea that how you can apply the theory. Like for regression analysis or ANOVA, I will show you that when you can use this particular ANOVA, which particular data is appropriate for this particular hypothesis test. Okay, and some of the advanced course I have mentioned here, like biostatistics, epidemiology, demography, robust, or sampling technique. So it actually not highly included in this course, but I have included most of the common analysis so that when you do advanced analysis, you can use this. Okay, so most of the common analysis we use for different purpose, different courses are included in our course materials. And then moving forward, some of the random questions, and I will have to give you answer before starting this course, is that first of all, how good is Spss software? Okay, so can you guys hear me clearly? Can someone raise hand? Okay, yes, I'm there. Can someone raise your hand? If you can see and hear me clearly, I want to confirm it again. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so some of the random questions I will have to give you answer before starting our concepts, like how good is Spss software? Okay. Well, I will have to give you some of the positive things, some of the negative things. So let's start with the positive things. Okay. Like first of all, Spss regarding advantages. First of all, Spss is very easy to use. Like you just click something and that you are getting the output. Okay, so Spss is not actually a programming language. Okay, it's not a programming language. It's like a package where all the things are given. You just need to click something and you get the results. Yes, you can. There is an option named as syntax. You can edit the syntax as much as you want, but it's not usual way like a programming language. Okay, and this is the in fact most advantageous, and Spss included most of the common data analysis. Okay, not so much advanced data analysis, but most of the common data analysis you can find using Spss. If you want to learn R programming or Python, it may be difficult for you to, you may need to write, like 20-30 lines code to get the output, but at Spss you can do it very, very easily. And regarding the disadvantages, first of all, Spss is not free software, like R programming, which is absolutely free. But Spss, you have to pay for it. So what a lot of people do, they don't buy it, they use crack software or try somehow manage from the university or some other way. So this is the disadvantages. And the last disadvantage is that you cannot have interactive visualization by using Spss, or you cannot do advanced analysis by using Spss that much, or you cannot get the output as like way you want. Like at R programming, you can edit as much as you want. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of Spss. But for non-statistician, a lot of people prefer Spss. But if you are a statistician, if you want to do some advanced analysis, Spss is not enough, but it's good. But it's good to do all of, it's good to manage most of the things. Okay, so second questions, what if you already knew most things? Okay, like there may be possible that some of you are already know how to use most of the analysis using Spss. You are just here to improve your skill a little bit. That this course is also can help you, I believe. Like I will show you the data file and interpretation files, and I will try to connect all the dots. Okay, so if you already know how to use it, you can also get a little bit benefited. But mostly I'll focus on the basic or the common analysis, as you already saw in my content. And then what if you don't understand anything? Okay, so like you are trying your best to follow my class, but you are really don't know what's going on, man. Like I am trying to show something, so you should let me know. Okay, I'll try to do a little bit slowly, and I'll try to find a way for you. Okay, if you're facing this kind of problem, please share with me. I will try to give some extra time or find a way for you. Okay, then one more questions. Who am I? Okay, like a lot of you don't know that much about me, or maybe some of you know a little bit about me. So I will to give a little bit introduction. Like, I have completed my graduation from the Department of Statistics, University of Dhaka, which is in Bangladesh. Okay, and it is around like 1.5 years ago or 1 year ago I just completed totally. And in the meantime, I have involved too many things while completing my graduation. Like I involved when I completed my first year at my YouTube, I created a YouTube channel and I uploaded a tutorial using C programming. I think you guys have heard about C programming, which is basic programming. So that is where I started my journey of teaching in online around 5 years ago. And then I also try to create, like 2 3 videos of statistics, and I try to involve different things. I always have a fascination to start my own business or something that I'm comfortable with. So while finishing my graduation, when I was in my final year, like I was involved in an online school named as Classroom. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard about Classroom or not. It is something which is unique, I believe. If you check a YouTube channel Classroom, the videos are very interactive, which is actually mostly for the academic videos and our target audience only the Bangladeshi people. Okay, and I even shared some of the videos with some of the people. And from that, I was a founder and instructor of that online platform. You can also download an Android application named Classroom. So I was involved there for around 1.5 year, and then I left that platform. Uh, it was very tough decision for me. Some of the Due to some of the ethical reason which I don't want to expose or share, I actually left the platform. But I was in one of the leading role over there, and then I have the fascination to start something and to start teaching in online. Okay, so after completing my graduation, I applied recently PhD in USA, and I'm lucky that I got admission and funding in different universities. And at this month, I was about to start my PhD in Texas Tech University, which is in the United States. But for lockdown and coronavirus, I have not got my visa, and so I will start maybe in online, though it has not taken the decision yet. From this semester, all I will start in person from the next semester, maybe from January 2021. So you can call me like I'm a PhD student right now, and I am developing this platform, Data Science Era, and that is what I'm doing right now, and that is what I am. And I think most of you are already more experienced and older than me from different platforms. So yeah, I'm excited to start this course with you guys. And then moving on to my next question, like why I believe this course is better than other courses. Like there are a lot of courses available in Udemy or other platforms. Okay, so this is the common questions I have while I wanted to start these platforms. Like I will show you some of the points. I already checked the best seller course in Udemy. I believe this was not that much interactive. Why? Because they're following a traditional way of teaching. Like I am creating some PowerPoint slide interactive way so that you guys can connect with me. And I already provided some of the Spss image. I think you guys already downloaded a PDF file where I showed that how can you actually follow space. Like click here, then click here. I will show that a little bit later. So all the things I'm showing you interactively, and also I'm showing you, I'm telling you that how you can apply the data. I'm providing you the data files. I'm also providing you the interpretation files, which I observed that no one provided that. Okay, most people don't provide everything, don't provide all the interpretation files, and especially don't provide it in interactively or professional way. That is why I believe my course can be better. Now you guys can judge at the end of this course whether my assumption is correct or not. So these are the question and answer I have. Now I'm going to start this class. And can someone have any more questions before starting this hour's concepts? I would love to someone unmute the video and say something, whether he or she have any questions or not, so that we can interact a little bit before starting our concepts. Okay, so anyone, a lot of people raising hands. So anyone can unmute the audio. Anyone, whoever wants. I want to interact a little bit. Okay. All of you can hear me clearly. Can someone please unmute the audio?
Yes, I can hear you, Mohammed. I have no questions yet. I'm looking forward for the
Okay. So
SPSS. I never used it, so I'm looking very forward to this.
okay. So before starting, yes,
I can hear you.
okay. So one more question I would love to ask you guys. How many of you know what is descriptive inferential statistics, what is population, what is sample, and what is nominal, ordinal, categorical, nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio, variable? How many of you already know about this? Raise your hand. How many of you already know about this? Like you don't need to know all the things very clearly. Like you guys know the concepts quite decent way. Okay, 7 participants raised their hand. 8 participants. Okay, so it's nice. So then I can go a little bit fast way that most of you I think already have idea. No idea, no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, what is statistics? I think all of you already know what is statistics. Like statistics is telling a story by using numbers. Okay. Now in statistics, when we use numbers, we call it data instead of calling it numbers. So we call it like a statistic is all about interpretation of the data, and it will help you. How can you take the decision by using the data? And then we follow some process to interpret the data, like data collection. We first collect the data, then we organize the data, then we analyze the data, and then we interpret the data. Okay, so these are the 4 processes we will follow to interpret the data. And statistics has 2 broad ways to define, or there are 2 branches of statistics, like descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. I'm taking just 20 seconds to have some water. Okay, so like what is descriptive statistics? As I said, you guys said, you guys already knew about this, but I want to at least go through it. Descriptive statistics is all about describing the data, give summary of the data, and most importantly, it will interpret the data without using any kind of probability. Okay, what does it mean? I will explain that by providing an example. It includes all the process like collecting the data, organizing the data, presenting the data, drawing graphs, finding some measure like central tendency dispersion. So all these things included in the branch of descriptive statistics. Okay, and then moving forward, like what is inferential statistics? It actually tell you like how can you draw conclusion about population by using samples. So it is never 100% accurate. So you are actually interpreting the data using probability in inferential statistics. That is the difference between descriptive and inferential. It includes like when you perform estimations, when you do a hypothesis test, when you make prediction or drawing association. These are the things mostly includes in the part of the inferential statistics. Now, let me give you one or two examples. Even I provided or I explained these examples one of my free session too. So if you, some of you can remember, like like in previous season, Gareth Bale, who is a Real Madrid player, wasn't doing well. Now Zinedine Zidane want to take a decision whether Gareth Bale will play next season or not. So it is a very tough decision, right? Because you need to spend $1 million to buy a new player, and also you need to sell this player. So while taking decision, Zinedine Zidane can find a lot of measurement, like in the previous season, what was his pass accuracy, how many goals he scored, how many assists he made. So all these things are descriptive statistics, all these numbers or data. But when you want to make a decision by using probability, like you want to determine how Gareth Bale will play in the next season. So this is inferential statistics, because this is about using probability. One more example I provided in all of my videos, like election coming soon, right? Republicans versus Democrats. Democrats is not Hillary. It's I don't remember the name, Joe Biden. So if you want to determine that who is gonna win the next season, okay, this is inferential statistics. But if you find some particular statistics, like as I mentioned, central tendency, dispersion, all these things, then this is descriptive statistics. Okay, so I just give you some idea about descriptive versus inferential. Now, what is variable? In simple way, we can say variable is something where the value can vary, and it can be a particular characteristic, can be some numbers, can be any kind of quantitative. And our studied variables has to be categorized or measured and counted. So like when you want to collect the data, okay, so like you ask question, okay, what is your gender? And some people say, okay, my gender is male. Some people say my gender is female. So this can vary in terms of people. Now here, this particular question is a variable. Okay, now in terms of measurement scale, there are 4 particular type of variable, like nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, ratio scale. So now first, what is nominal scale? When you collect the data, why are you learning this? When you collect the data, this is the first thing you need to determine, that what type of variable you have. Okay, that is why I'm explaining this a little bit. So nominal scale is something where numbers are assigned to the categories for identification only. Here ranking is not important. So this is one kind of categorical where ranking is not important, like gender, male, female, it doesn't matter. Male comes first or female comes first. Or if you ask someone, okay, what is your religion? Someone say Islam, Hindu, Christian, or any other religion. Okay, so now here it really isn't important that Hindu is in number 1 or number 2 or number 3. Your rank is not important for these categories. That is why this particular variable is nominal variable, and this is determined by using nominal scale. And then ordinal scale. Ordinal scale is a particular scale where ranking is also important in categories. Okay, like economic status. If you ask someone what is your economic status, and they say okay, it's rich, some people say middle class, some people say poor, or any other. Now here it is important that middle class has to be the number 2. Okay, that means has to be in the middle, right? Now if it goes like poor, rich, and then middle class, then it doesn't seem logical, isn't it? So here the ranking is important. Or if you ask someone, okay, what is your opinion about Donald Trump or Clinton Hillary, or what is your opinion? If I ask you at the end of this course, what is your opinion about this course? Is it good? Someone say strongly agree, someone say strongly disagree. Now here, ranking is also important, right? Here, ranking is also important. So that is why these particular variables or these particular questions is determined by using ordinal scale. And then interval scale. Interval scale and ratio scale both are quantitative scale. Okay, this is not categorical scale. Remember that. That is what you need to remember for analysis mostly. And like, what is interval scale? When numbers are assigned to the categories in such a way that it can be divided into equal units. That means 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So there is one difference at every particular 2 units, right? Like, and one more important thing is that here the 0 value on the scale is not absolutely 0. Okay? Now, what does it mean? Like, for example, you have a variable named as IQ score, okay? And someone's IQ score is 0. Now, if I ask you, okay, you took an exam of 100 people of around, you provide them 100 questions, and say I couldn't be able to answer any particular questions, and I got 0. Okay, and you say, okay, your IQ score 0, you don't have any brain. Now here 0 value is not meaningful. Okay, so this is what interval scale or interval variable is. Now even for temperature, first of all, temperature is quantitative variable. Why? Because here it doesn't have any category, right? It has value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, 20, 30. Now if a particular day you have temperature 0 degrees Celsius, does it mean that on that particular day there is no temperature? Is it like that? Not at all, right? So 0 degree means that it is a little bit cold than other days, right? So here 0 is not meaningful. One more way to determine interval scale, like multiplication and division are not applicable between the values. Okay, what does it mean? Say for IQ score, if a student got 6 and another student say got 3, okay, now does it mean that one student has double IQ score than other? Or if I got 3 and you got 6, does it mean that okay, my IQ score is, or my brain is half than yours? Is it meaningful? Not at all, right? So that is how we can define interval scale or interval variable. This is not highly important for you to understand very clearly. Just remember that it is a quantitative variable. Okay, interval scale or interval variable, this is a quantitative variable. And last one is ratio score. The difference is that here, this is also a quantitative variable, but here the zero value on the scale is absolutely zero. That means here zero is meaningful. For example, number of phone calls in a day. Let's say on a particular day, you got zero phone call. Now, can I say that, okay, you do not get any call on a particular day? Yes, I can say that. It is a meaningful line, right? So this variable is ratio variable, and this is determined by ratio scale. For example, height, weight, family size. Now, one more important or confusing thing is that for height, first of all, height is a quantitative variable, right? It is either interval or either ratio. Okay? Now, the value of height can never be zero, right? Now you can say that, okay, height, it can be zero, it can never be zero. Then it should be interval variable. How can it be ratio variable, right? Well, remember, the value of height can never be zero, so you don't need to think of that. Like temperature can be zero, okay? That is why we are thinking that, okay, here zero is meaningful or not. But height, a person height cannot be 0 kilogram, okay? So these are the variables is also included in ratio variable. And when, okay, type of variable in terms of measurement scale, like when a variable is determined or appropriate for nominal scale, then this is nominal variable, okay? When a variable values are appropriate for ordinal scale, then this is ordinal variable. That is how it goes on, okay? So a scale and variable, in one way, it is almost similar things, okay? So I hope you don't have any confusion on types of variable in terms of measurement scale. I will describe the last things, then I will go to the Spss and describe the remaining things later, okay? The last thing is discrete variable and continuous variable. So we already described, like for categorical variable, we have nominal and ordinal, and for quantitative, we have like interval and ratio. Okay, but this is for the measurement scale classification. There is another common way to classify variable. Like there are two particular type of categorical variable we already discussed, nominal, ordinal. But for quantitative variable, there is a small change. Like in practical uses, we mostly use discrete or continuous. Okay, we not always use nominal, interval ratio. Okay, now what is discrete and what is continuous? Okay, discrete variable are the variables where that cannot take any fraction value or any value between any two values or any certain number or all the certain numbers. Okay, in fact, it can take only some certain number or integer number. Okay, like if I tell you, okay, number of phone calls in a day, you can get 5 phone call in a day, you can get 6 phone call in a day, but can it take any fraction value? Is it possible that you can take 5.5 phone call in a day? Is it possible? Of course not, right? So you cannot take the fraction value for discrete variable. But for continuous variable, it can take any numeric value. Okay, like it can take integer number, it can also take decimal number. Like for height, weight, height can be like 5.5 feet. I'm sorry, 5.5 feet, yes, or 6.2 feet. So it can take fraction value, right? For weight, even it can be 60.5 kilogram. Okay, so that is how you can also classify quantitative variable, discrete and continuous. So is it clear to everyone? I'm asking you, if you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question, you can ask regarding categorical and quantitative variable. I know most of you already know about this, but is still any questions or any way that I can explain it in better way? Like
So
should
if
I?
hello,
Yes, I can hear you.
Seth, can you explain me once more descriptive and continuous variable?
Okay, discrete and continuous. Okay. Okay, brother. First of all, you just need to remember that this is quantitative variable. Okay. That means this is not a categorical variable. Why this is not a categorical variable? Do you understand that? Can you explain this? Why this is not a categorical variable? Nafi? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Tell me.
Okay, is my voice clear to you guys? Can you hear me? Then answer me why this is not categorical variable.
It's failing
Yes,
a
yes.
little bit for me.
Okay. So describe, it is not clear. Okay, answer it more precise way, please. Anyone? Why this two particular variable is not categorical variable? Okay, I want someone like Akhil. Can you hear me? Please respond quickly when I mention some name.
Yep, I can. Yep, I
Okay.
can.
Okay, tell me that why this particular variable is not categorical variable, like number of phone calls, height, weight, family size.
Which variable?
Like number of phone calls. Is this
Yeah, because it
categorical
will
or
be only one number. Yeah, it will be a discrete variable only. It it can't be categorical. Categorical would be categorized as I think male or
right,
female,
right,
those kind of
right.
things. It is a numerical variable. That's why
Yes,
it
right,
has to be
right. So
quantitative one.
so you will get so much numerical values for this. You will not get some particular category like male, female, or agree, disagree. You will not get categories for this variable. That is why this quantitative variable, right? Now we are describing two particular quantitative variable like discrete variable and continuous variable. Okay. So what is discrete variable? Variable where values cannot take any fraction value. Any fraction value. Okay, like you cannot take 5.5, 7.2, 3.2. You can take only certain number or integer number like 1, 2, 3, 400, 200. Okay, like for example number of phone calls or family size. Okay, is it possible that you have 5.5 people in your family? Is it
No.
possible? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so then it cannot take any fraction value, right? Please interact with me. Just say yes or no. Whoever asks this
Yes.
question,
Yes,
make
yes,
sure you
yes.
interact
Yes.
with me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. Thank you. So here, that is why this is discrete variable. But when you can take any numeric
5.5.
value, it can be integer, it can be fraction. Okay, like for height,
Yep.
weight, it can be 50.5 or 5.5 feet, as I said already. Is it clear to you right now?
It's clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you just don't need to think too much about that. Just need to understand which one is categorical, which one is quantitative variable. Okay, now there are a lot of concepts I have to explain, but I will explain it better. Now I want to start using this by using SPSS. Okay. So if all of you don't have any question till now, I want to start this in SPSS. Make sure I repeated this. Make sure you have SPSS and you are following this whatever I am doing. And when you
May I
ask,
ask a question?
of course,
May I
of
ask a
course,
question around the discrete and continuous variable?
of
Okay, if
course.
I say that in continuous variable, it could be any numerical data. So if I ask the product is oil 5 kilo, 5, now figure is 5. 5 could be a discrete as well as continuous, both value, right?
Well, yes, in a sense, yes, you can consider it in continuous. And you know what? In practical situation, in some cases, we try to consider it in continuous way. Okay, even if it is
Can
discrete,
I
we try to consider it or assume it in continuous some cases.
can
So
I
it would
add
be
to
better
that?
when you put this, you can put it in continuous variable, right?
Not always. It depends. But in SPSS, the option is similar. Okay, in SPSS for discrete and continuous, there is only one option. Well, I'm just showing it a little bit away. Is it Siddiq Bhai who is asking these questions?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, so brother, did you use SPSS before?
Yeah, years about 1.5 years ago, just pre-testing, but I forgot most of the thing.
Okay, you know there is an option like ASCII. Okay, like for discrete and continuous, the option is similar. So you can just consider anyway. But in advanced analysis, there are different distribution for different variable. Like for discrete variable, there are distribution like Bernoulli, binomial, Poisson, and for continuous, there are also some other distributions. So you have to follow some rules for advanced analysis. But for this course, it is okay. It is okay. It doesn't matter discrete or continuous, both are same. So any more questions? Anyone? Someone is also asking question. Please ask questions. Whoever is trying to ask questions.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
Another way to better distinguish continuous from discrete variable is that when a particular variable resulted from counting, it is considered discrete,
Okay.
while when it resulted from measuring, it is
Yes.
considered
Yes.
continuous.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. That is also a good way to explain the definition. Like for example, like you are in the road, okay, and you want to determine that how many cars travel on that road. You want to count that. Okay, so it cannot take any fraction value, right? Like for counting, most of the situations, you know, like for count data, it mostly follows like discrete. Is it clear to you, or I'm just explaining a little bit faster?
It's clear. I think we can continue.
Okay, thank you very
Very
much.
clear.
So if you have any question, please stop me. Okay, don't hesitate. Okay, if necessary, I will go for 3 hours if some of you have time. Okay, not just for answering questions. Okay, so now download, like I hope that you have the data files I provided you and the PDF files. Let me open it. Okay, have you guys got this PDF file?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Please interact. Okay, thank you very much. So just open this PDF file. Also, no, you don't need to open the PDF file, as I already describing it. So you just need to see this what I am telling. And also let me open one or two data file. Let me open the introduction file at first. So now I will explain that how actually data looks like in SPSS. Then you need to enter the data in SPSS, okay? Like you can see here, we have a lot of variables, data values, and a lot of things, right? Now the first thing you can see here, if you already open your SPSS, please open your SPSS. Make sure you open your SPSS. There are two screens, right? When you click here, there is a variable view. When you click here, there is a data view, right? Akhil, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, I can.
Okay, so you are asking these questions. You know, like for a variable view, it's like that. You are asking someone, okay, what is your gender? Okay, so here gender is variable. You mention the name of the variable and the type of the variable here. Now, if he or she says that, okay, my gender is male, then you enter the data in data view. Okay, so data view is for entering the data or the answer of the respondents, and variable view is like what is the question you ask to the respondent. Think in practical situations. Is it clear a
Okay.
little bit?
Yep.
Okay, so make sure that you know that you have two particular screen here, and you can directly open the data file from here if you don't know, if you can't be able to open the data file. Like here there is option file, open data, and you can select the data whatever you want. Okay, so I will explain this a little bit more later, but let me now describe the variable view screen. What is this? All the options like type, wide, decimal, so much confusing. So let me explain all the options. Okay, a little bit noise is coming from someone's sound. Make sure if you have noise, you can mute the audio. Okay, if you don't have any noise, you don't need to mute the audio. It's good if you can interact. Okay, now you can see in my PDF file, I actually try to explain this in everything, so that after finishing the class, if you just see this picture, you will understand this. So at first, in the name option, okay, in the name option, we have around 12 variables. So here you will include the variable name. Okay, and then
Yes.
this is for variable view, and then data view, I mentioned that it is about what is the answer. Like in this data set, we have 474 observations. Okay, and here we have 11 variable. That means you ask 11 questions and answer it from 420 people, 474 people you asked it. And then for name option, I already told, name option is about mentioning the name of the variable. Okay, and remember that you cannot give a space while mentioning the variable. Like here, what is the variable name? Akhil, can you hear me? What is this variable name? Can you see that?
Yep, I can.
You can see that
So
the
at which number?
Edu years, right? 12
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah, I agree.
Like you
Yep.
can see that between Edu and years, I have given an underscore, right?
Yep.
Because you cannot give any space between two characters while providing the name of a variable. That is the rule of Spss, and you have to follow it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now data type. Okay, there is another option in the second option in variable view. If you already open SP, you can see that there is option like you need to determine the type. A lot of option, numeric, comma, dot, a lot of things, right? Now in most cases we actually select the numeric option. Even if your variable are categorical, we try to convert it to numeric. Okay, and date is also important. While if you are using some date, like for coronavirus data, you want to draw a line graph, you need to consider it in date for the date variable. Okay, and string is also, you don't need to use it for analysis. But what is string? String is actually for defining characters. Like I'm asking you, okay, what is your name? You're saying my name is MD Saiful Islam Saif. This is a long name, right? This is not important for analysis. So this is not numeric, right? So this is string. Is it clear? Marcelo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I have a little question about the string. If you put, it's like the R code when you put uppercase in one letter, it will be different from lowercase if it has the same number, same name.
Well, it doesn't matter. It is uppercase or lowercase. Just
Okay.
if you don't want to define the category in numeric way, okay, like this is unnecessary. Male, female, I have defined it by F and M, right? Here FM is also a character, it's not a number. Okay,
Okay.
this is unnecessary. You need to define it for 0, 1, 1, 2 to do analysis. So when there is characters, you always need to consider it in string. Doesn't matter uppercase or lowercase. Like, is there any variable? No. Like you know, for what is your name? 100 people have 100 different names. Okay, so you must need to consider it in string. Is it clear? Marcelo, is it clear?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay, I will explain it a little bit. Analysis, don't worry. So now the next option is what is the next option? The wide decimals and level, right? That is in SPS in variable view. You can see that clearly. Wide decimal, this is unnecessary option, one kind of like wide actually tell you that the maximum number of characters you can allow. Okay, like if you are allowing 4, that means you are allowing only 4 characters, like name, okay, or like MD, or like Saif. Saif has 4 characters, so you are allowing maximum of these 4 characters. If you are using 16, you are allowing 16 characters. Okay, so use as much as you want. You can use 20, 30, no problem. Okay, white is unnecessary. For decimals, you are allowing that how many value will be after the integer value. Okay, and level will tell you that, or these actually you can describe the variable a little bit more. Let me show it in SPS, these 2 options. Like if I use here, okay, there is only 1, so I cannot show it. If I use 2, okay, then in the data view you can see there is if only 1 character. Okay, so it can maximum allow 2 characters. Okay, now for decimal, if you are allowing 2, okay, for this ID if you are allowing 2, now you can see, look at here, there is automatically 2 value created after the integer value. Okay, previously it was 1, now it is 1.00. now when you are selecting is as 8, now you can get, okay, this they are saying it is too large, you don't need to that. Let's select 4. Okay, it is not selecting even that. Okay, no problem. So here we don't have any decimal value, in fact, that is why it is not selecting. And the label is actually describing the variable name a little bit further away. Like here we have edu, but here we are saying, okay, edu means education level. Okay, so is it clear all these 5 options? Everyone, any questions? Now for the values option is actually for defining the categories. Okay, like here you are saying that not stressful. You are asking a person, okay, are you feeling stress? They are saying no, not stressful. Then you are saying, okay, this is for 1. Now someone is saying, okay, I'm feeling very stressful. Then you're saying, okay, this is for 3. So you are defining the category by using this values option. Okay, so this is values option for defining categories. And missing another option for defining categories, this is unnecessary, like you don't need to know too much about it right now. Like in your data set you may have a lot of missing values, some people may not respond a lot of questions. Then you can consider like, okay, all the missing value I'm defining it by 0. That means whenever there is missing value, there will be a 0 in your data set, so that you can analyze the missing value. So I hope you can understand a little bit. There are also some option columns align. This is unnecessary also, I don't need to explain this. The most important option here is measure. Okay, measure. Okay, so measure is actually tells you the type of variable you have. Okay, like here you can see ID, variable ID. Akhil, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Okay, you can see that ID, here is a data set for ID. Okay, all the value is
Yep.
quantitative, right?
Mm.
Now it can be nominal or ordinal, right?
Yep.
So in the measure option, you need to select a scale for quantitative. If it is nominal, you need to select nominal. If it is ordinal, you need to select ordinal.
So it should be ordinal.
So it has to be a scale as it is quantitative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you can see for this variable, this, yes. Okay, let me finish.
So we select ordinal because we are dealing with the height, right?
Okay, first of all, nominal ordinal is categorical. If the variable is quantitative, you need to determine, don't need to determine whether it's nominal or ordinal. But here, if you are asking someone, okay, what is your stress level? Now here, you can see this is categorical, right? 1, 2, 3, you are defining categories. Now here, the rank of the categories is important, right? Not a stressful, very stressful. It looks important, right? That is why we are defining ordinal in measure option. Is it clear to you?
Yeah, means we took a categorical parameter and basically put it a rank to it, and that is why we made it an ordinal.
Yes, yes, yes. Joseph, can you hear me? Joseph, can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. I can hear
Uh,
you.
Okay, so here remember that
Yes, sir.
this measure option is the most important, and also the values option. Okay, why? Because at values option you need to define the categories. For the categorical variable, you must define the categories, and measurement option you need to define that what type of variable you have. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. May I ask one question?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Just I want to relate my work atmosphere as I work in education field.
Okay.
Actually, the students' result, now the scores of each subjects, the result is could be, but when I just publish the result categories A plus, A minus, or B, that time the result could be in terms of ordinal, right?
It's not clear. Like you're getting the result. Um,
Yeah.
like you.
Suppose individual marks in each subject, it could
Okay,
be a
that
scale, right?
then it has to be a scale.
That was 60 marks.
Yes.
But when I summarize their performances, someone got A plus, A minus, B.
Yes.
Just categorize their range. That time I can put their data in ordinal scale.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Is that
Right.
like?
Yes. Right. Even you know what? Even in this variable education, I actually created this to give you some example. Like this variable is actually a skill variable. Look at the education level, like fifth variable, right, or fourth variable, right? Now go to the data view and look at the value. Is it the right one? Like 3215. Previously it was not like that. It was like 10, 100. Like I'm asking the respondents, how many years have you completed in your education? Some say 1, some say 20, some say 15. So what I did, I converted into categorical variable. For the purpose of my analysis, you can do that in some cases. Like you provided an example, while measuring performance, we actually convert it or consider it in categorical way. Is it clear to everyone?
Okay.
Can you explain again, please?
Okay, you want me to repeat this, right?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, so look at the variable number 4. Like you are asking the respondent, okay, so what is your education level? Like how many years have you completed? Now some people say that, okay, I have completed 20 years in my education, right? Some people may say 15 years, some people 10 years. So what I did, I converted into a categorical variable. Okay, so in some cases, for the purpose of analysis, you may need to convert it into categorical. Okay, so we will show that, no problem. This is just basic idea. So some people is
Okay.
raising hand.
Okay.
Any more questions? Some people is raising their hand. Ali, Khalaf, Carlo, Ebeto. Any more questions, my friend?
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
You can.
Marcelo. Go ahead.
You can
Go
ask.
ahead, go Marcelo. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm good. That's fine.
The ID, shouldn't it be nominal instead of scale?
No.
Because the ID number is only identification. It's like your name. It's like 174 is my ID number. Isn't that what it's supposed to
Okay,
be?
no,
This
no.
category?
Look here. How many ID you have? 474. Now can you convert it into 474 categories? Can you convert this 474 value in 474 categories? Marcelo?
No.
No, right? But you know what? The purpose of ID is that it's actually determining that we have, like, you know what, I actually, while I give, say, let's say I give you a Google form to fill it up, okay? Now if you have an ID number, then I can determine it that, okay, this person had this ID number, and this is easy. Okay, this is easy for identification, or like for analysis. Okay, so this is not categorical, because you cannot provide category for the values of this variable. Is it clear?
Yes, okay, understand.
Okay,
Thank
if
you.
it is categorical, then you can consider it, okay, ranking is not important, that is why this is nominal. Any more questions? Someone is also raising their hand. Please go ahead.
Yep, I got a question. So if we go back on the variable view,
Okay.
and in variable view, we were talking about the education level, right?
Yes.
The fourth one. Yeah. So if we click in on the education and we go on to the data view of this one,
Okay. Yes.
so what I can see here is that in uh, some of them it has been written just a categorical thing like 3, 4, but in some of them it is written as 12, 1 to 12 or 14 to 16. Okay, in
Yes.
my one, okay, in the original file it is. I think now it has changed.
Yes. No, it is
Like
similar. It is similar.
yeah, so basically here, as we can see, it is like completely already converted into the scaling that we have done. Whereas
Yes.
in the original file, I think it's a 3, 14 to 16, 1 to 12, the first three entries. So means there it is like, because in data view we are doing the entries, right? So somewhere it has been entered according to the category, and I think somewhere it has been entered according to the scaling, right?
Yes. You know what? I actually did that. This is actually, you know, a quantity variable. Okay. I actually
Yes.
convert it just to show you that you can do that also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
One more thing I want to show you. You know, something interesting. Can you see that there is an option? Please look at that, everyone. There is a red button, 1 and A. Can you see that?
Yep.
When you click A, you can now see the category here, the real category, which I converted.
Okay.
Okay, when
Yes.
you click one, you actually, when I convert it into one numeric way, then you can see, when you click
Yes.
one, you can see the numeric way.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay. So in one, if you click one right now, there it goes back to the right on. Yeah. If you click this one, yeah, here you can see. So the first one, the first one is 1 to 12, 13, 15, and the third one is 3. So this 3 means 14 to 16, right?
yes, I think I have not defined 3. I think that is a mistake. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Huh.
Oh yeah. You know what? I somehow it got removed. Okay, everyone,
Yeah.
add a category. You know, it's just not important. Like value 3, it means what? Which one is missing? 12 to 14, right? 12
Yeah.
to 14, or I should say 13, or I should say 13 is for 3. I can also consider that. Okay, just follow it for now. Okay, I just did that for now. I was okay. Okay, so yeah, there is some messed up in the categories.
Okay.
So is it clear to all of you guys? Now you guys need to enter the data. I will do that fast. So follow with me. Here I have. I will take question a little bit later. Please wait. Okay. I think if you enter the data, then you can clear with that a little bit more. Okay. So let us enter the data. So here you can see. Let's say you want to collect data in a particular field. Okay. Okay. Now I want different people to interact. I hope I want to invite Udumo and Chinedu and Isabella. You guys can unmute the audio. I think you guys are not talking at all. I don't know, it's because I'm not mentioning your name or not. So I'm not mentioning everyone's name. I'm just mentioning 3-4 name. I hope it is okay for all of you. So you can see that. Okay, while collecting data, let's say you have some ID number. This is a question. Okay. Another question is like, what is your gender? Another question is like, what is your age? So these 3 questions you have, and this is the data set you have after collecting the data. Okay. So for 4 respondent, you have this data set. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes.
Now I will enter this in Spss. Okay. Okay. So here I have mentioned the process. Here I have mentioned the process. You can see that later after the class that I have mentioned the process and images. Now let me open Spss. Just follow it and do it by yourself. Here you can see, click file and create a new file. Create a new data file. Okay. File, new and data. Can you see that?
Yes.
Go to file, click new and click data. Okay, then.
Yes, we have done that.
Okay, then select the variable view. The variable view here. There are 2 options I told you. Select the variable view. Sometimes my internet connection looks unstable. Is it all right for you guys? Can someone tell me?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it all right, my internet connection, all the classes?
Yes, it breaks, but it breaks at times, but we manage to hear you at times. Most of the time.
Okay, is it like that? Sometimes you guys miss some hearing?
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay, then this is a problem, right? Akhil, Marcelo, can you guys also feel the same?
Yeah, sometimes there is an issue, but it's okay.
Is there any issue?
I can hear you
Not
loud and
for me
clear.
here.
I actually have a backup connection.
It's okay for me.
Okay, just a few seconds, please. Okay, just a few seconds. Well, let me do one thing. Let me type one more data for one more variable. Like as I said, the first variable we have, that is ID number. So I mentioned the name as ID. Okay, then go to the type, click the numeric option. Okay, then why decimal not important, just select 8 and 8 if you want. Now in the level, select the question that is like, what is your ID? You are asking that, what is your ID? Enter the data with me or just watch it. And then values. Is there any important to define the values? Chainedu, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it important that you have to define the value or the category here?
For ID,
for ID, is it important?
Yes.
No, brother, no. This is for defining categories. Okay, ID is not a categorical variable, so you do not need to use
the values,
this option.
yeah.
Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Then go to the measure and click scale. Is it clear?
Yes.
That's very good. Now, what is the second question? Now go to the data view. Okay, we have 4 respondents. First respondent's ID is 1. Second respondent ID is 2. Third respondent ID is 3. Fourth respondent ID is 4. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Please interact. And then for the second question, what are the second question? Can you tell me? Please tell me what okay, what is the category? What is it? Categorical or quantitative?
It's categorical.
That's good. So the name of the variable is gender. Now what type of variable you want to select?
String.
No, you don't need to select string, because I already mentioned, look at the here. Look at here. What the data set? Yes. Here I actually converted in numeric way 0 1 1 0.
Okay.
That means
Numeric.
0, that means 0 for female, 1 for male. Okay, so you have to select numeric. Clear, brother?
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
numeric.
that's fine. Now you can select level if you want. If you can don't want it, you can skip it. For values, now this is very important. For value 0, the level is say female. So if someone saying okay I'm a female, then you are 0. Then click add. Click add. Okay. Then click another category like 1 for male. Then click add. Please do that or wait for me. Isabella, Jacob, Perpetua, can you hear me? Are you doing this? Are you doing this with me? Please tell me just yes or no.
I can hear.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, Odumu is doing.
Okay, are you doing this at your SPSS?
Yes, I'm doing.
Okay, then click add and click
Have
OK.
2 decimals, right?
Yes?
Okay, done.
Okay, so at values, I define our categories for gender. Like, now what is the measure? Hello? Now what will be the measure of...
Measure is
Okay, I want to ask a
just a minute.
respondent. Wait a minute. I want to ask Jacob. Jacob, tell me. Jacob. Jacob, can you hear me? No, you need
Yes,
to...
please, I can hear you.
It's
Okay,
Continue.
nominal.
thank you very much. Okay,
Yes,
Jacob will tell us.
nominal.
Jacob, it is nominal or ordinal? Only Jacob
It's
will answer.
Yes.
nominal.
Nominal. Yeah, nominal.
I am asking only
Nominal.
Jacob, so other people will not answer. Okay?
Nominal.
Okay, why nominal, Jacob? Why not ordinal? Why not ordinal?
Nominal is just for identification, whether it's
Okay,
female
that's
or
very
male.
good. That's very good. So yeah, you can
Okay.
understand. Now for the data view, the
Thank
first
you.
value, like the first respondent saying that okay, I am female, you will select 0. Then if second respondent saying okay, I am a male, you'll select 1. Okay? So that is how you can select all the data set for every other question or variable. Now the last one is for age, which is similar like ID. So do that by yourself. Okay? The last one is age.
Hello. Please, can you repeat the data view for the gender? I don't know how you selected it.
Okay, go to the data view option. Okay?
Yeah.
Here you have 1 and A. I actually select 1. And then I select. Now if you select 0, just click 0 here. That means female. If you select 1, that means male. If you select 1, that means male. If you select 0, that means female. Is it
Okay.
clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are done with ID and gender. Now fill up the age by yourself. Fill up the age variable by yourself. I hope you guys can do that now. I'm taking 1 minute. Okay, I'm here. Just taking 1 minute. Are you guys there? So you guys done
Yes, we're
that?
here.
Please raise your hand if you guys finish it. I know it is very easy to do, but you must learn how to do this fast. Okay, I don't want to go analyze at first. Only 3 participants raise hand. What about other participants? So what about other participants? 5 participants raise hand. Should I repeat this? Please, if you have any question, ask this. I also have some images that I provided you. You can do that by yourself later too. If you have any question, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
For the age, that's the value. We are having 4 correspondents.
Okay.
One is 25, the other one 35, 21, and 41.
Yes, like half responders, you have to mention at 25.
So
ID number
now,
1. And then
for
24.
the value, as I will write number 1, 25.
Okay.
24. Is
But
that?
what is your question here?
So so I should write 25 in the value, then 1 in the label, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
how you go about it. Okay.
Okay, yes. Any more question?
So can you explain what you just said? So when you come to the variable view under age,
Okay.
when you go to values, you can assign a number to each of the age
Right.
ages of the 4. Okay.
Like, how am I assigning this? Okay. Say you want to collect data from 4 people. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now look at this. For the number 1, this is the answer of the first person. He's saying
Yes.
his ID number is 1. Also, he's saying 0 means female. He's saying she's female. And her age is 25. That is how for every respondent, you are entering the value. I hope it is clear.
Can you go to the variable view, please?
Okay.
So under label and value for age, what should be there? Because that's why I got a bit confused.
Values. Okay, as it is a skill variable, that means it is quantitative variable age, right? That means you do not need to define any category here.
Okay.
So here you can skip this option for defining categories for age.
Okay.
Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Yeah, but my question in this is, okay, I agree with this, that we don't need to define, but what if we want to define and then we are not able to, like, even I'm having the same problem in data view. I'm putting it as 4 different, like I defined the 4 values here, 5 values, defining with ages 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 20 to 45, and 45 to 100.
Okay.
But when I'm putting it and I converted the measure scale into nominal as well, so that it does not take an order. But when I'm putting in the data view and
I got it.
when I'm putting in the
I got it.
so when I'm putting in the number, it is just the number of the age. That age
I
number
got
is
it.
showing up, not the category. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You cannot directly do it. Okay.
Okay.
Like you cannot just include the category here and just click OK and you cannot do that. You have to use, there is an option which I'm going to describe later at this class, I hope so. Recording option.
Okay.
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 By using recording or a compute variable, you can do that. I will describe that. You cannot do it directly. Okay.
So means it was only possible in a categorical data like gender. It was not possible in numerical data like age. That's what you mean to say.
Yes. When you want to convert or when to transform, say it is already in a scale variable, you want to transform, then you have to use some other option like I mentioned, recording or computing.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Okay.
let's move forward.
Hmm.
I think
Yes.
2 or 3 people like having some internet connection issues, like they're just leaving and coming. I'm sorry that if you are having trouble. Saiful Islam bhai, can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay, like
Having problem with the electricity, so I have to.
oh, I see.
Sometimes
So,
I disconnected.
so did you
Yes.
understood how I actually enter the data in SPSS?
Yes. Still, I'm understand, and I'm continuing. If I have having problem, then I ask you some
Okay,
question.
no problem. You can contact with me later on after the class. No problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So now, just 10 seconds. Okay, I was having a little bit of snacks, and okay. So now let's move forward. Like now we will enter the data for another one. Okay, this is also a little bit tricky. You know what? Why? This is for multiple response. Okay. Okay. So where is the multiple response? Oh God, where is multiple response? Okay, yeah, I got it. So now we learn how to enter the data, but specifically there is a little bit difficulty some people face for multiple response related questions. Okay, like how? Like let's say you ask the respondents, okay, what kind of characteristics you think a good leader should have to be selected in next US election? Okay, so you are giving them 5 options. They can select 1 option, they can select 3 options, they can select 5 options. Okay, now let's say the first person select honesty and highly educated, and the second person select 1, 3, and 5th number option. So this is multiple response questions. All right. Okay, so like here I said, we have 5 options. Now, while entering the data for multiple response, what we do, we actually consider every option as a variable. Okay, so honesty is a variable, self-awareness is a variable, rich is a variable, highly educated is a variable, intelligent is a variable. For every variable, if you responded, just click this, then this is yes, otherwise it is no. Okay, like if you mention yes for 0, no for 1, then if it is selected this, then this is yes. Okay, like let me do that. I already did this. In fact, let me open the data file to show you. I repeat, there are 5 options for a respondent to answer. Here is the data set I also provided you. Here you can see I have created how many new variables? Akhil, can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Look at that. I have created 5 new variables, right? So for the 5 options, I've created 5 new variables because I am allowing you to select any other option you like. You can select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not for other. Like for gender, you can select only one option, male or female. Okay. Now first option, multiple honesty, is a variable name, and let's say the category is 0 for no, 1 for yes. Okay. Now at data view, look at that. Look at that. Here the first respondent says 1 for multiple. That means he's selecting honesty. That is for 1. 1 is for no, right? Sorry, 1 is for yes. 1 is for yes, and awareness is for no. That means he does not select awareness, and he does not select rich. He selected education. He selected intelligence. It's clear he does not select intelligence. Sorry. So that is how you are mentioning 5 variables. For every variable, if you select this, that is yes. If it does not select this, that is no. So for multiple response, you need to remember for every option you need to create new variable. Is it clear to everyone, or anyone has any more questions? Is it clear to everyone? You can open the data and have a look. Do not need to enter this right now, as you already entered the data files. Just have a look. Okay? Please, any question if you have, just have a look for 10 seconds by opening the data file.
Can I ask for a question? Can we use one instead
Okay,
of
I missed your points. Please repeat.
can we use 1 and 2 instead of 0 in 1 for the
Yes.
values?
Yes, you can define any variable. You can select 0, 1, you can select 5, 6, you can select 1, 2. Any 2 option you want. Okay?
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Lucy, can we use alphabet there?
Oh,
Is it
no,
possible?
you cannot use alphabet. You cannot, no way. You know, when
It
you use
must be number.
alphabet, why are you using 1, 0? Because you want to convert it in a numeric way for the analysis, okay?
Okay.
Now, when you use alphabet, this is not numeric, right?
Okay.
So when you use alphabet, you can use it, but you cannot do analyze by using the variable.
Okay. It must be numeric.
It must be numeric.
So it
For
can be
most
10,
cases,
11.
for
Okay.
most cases, it has to be numeric.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you for asking questions. You know what? When you ask questions, other people also can make it clear. Okay, so that's good. Now,
Mohammed, sorry, can I ask you one more question, please?
yes, of course, please.
I missed the whole point of this one. The yes and no is someone that answered and we're typing in SPSS the answers, or is someone filling this out? I missed the whole concept of this chart.
Oh, I see. You know what? This is for response variable. Did you hear that, or you also missed that?
For response variables, okay, but someone responded you in the survey, or
Yes,
and you're
yes.
typing it in SPS,
Yes,
right?
right. You know what?
You're just putting from the paper to the SPS.
Okay. Listen,
correct?
like you can collect data in different ways. You can do it in online. Okay, like if you use a Google Doc form using online, you don't need to type the data. But if you tell them, okay, fill up this form, that you need to hire people to enter or to type the data. Okay, so yes, no, he or she has to type the data. That for the first respondent he says yes, for the second respondent he says yes, for this variable. Is it clear?
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
So typing data is also up to you, like how you want to deal with that.
Okay.
And this is also very costly. Like, you know, data entry is also a professional job. I think you guys know that. There are a lot of jobs available for only for data entry. Like some people all day long just spend times to enter the data. Okay, so now let's move forward, I think. So now we are done with data entry. You can watch this image later. Now, one more interesting thing. Now we will learn 2 different transformation. Okay, please concentrate. Now more concentrate. We will learn how to transform the data. Like someone is asking a question, like how can we convert the quantitative data to numerical data? Okay, so now we are going to do that. Now let's say the question is that, what is the question? I don't know what is my slide. Did I miss it? Just a second. It should be here. Okay, one slide is missing that I provided you. Let me find it. Okay, I couldn't be able to find it. I just want to show it. In SPSS, open another data file. I have provided you another data file for recording variable. Can you please open this? Here you can see data recording is the data file name. Here you can see variable name weight. Can you see this?
Data recording.
Yes.
Yes. Wait.
Yes, weight.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's say you want to convert it into categorical way. Okay, look at the class interval. I'm just using some of my another slide from another presentation. Don't focus on that, just look at this class interval. Okay, Akhil, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let's
Yes, I
say
can.
you want to convert this in all these categories like 35 to 40 or 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, like this for one, this for two. That is how, let's say, you want to convert this categorical quantitative variable, right? So how you can do that? That was your question, right? Now you can use this record option to do that. Okay, I'm doing it a little bit slowly so that you can follow this. There you can see you have weight
Okay.
variable. Now we want to convert it into nominal variable. Okay, so what you can do, first go to the analyze, or sorry, go to the transform, then go to record into different variables. Go to
Okay.
transform, then go to record into different variables.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so when you click record into different variables, what do you get? Can you get this?
Wait.
Yep.
Input
Okay,
data.
yes, right, that's good. So if you get this, then just select weight here in the input variable. Select weight
Okay.
here in the input variable.
Okay. Hold on me.
Done.
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 Okay, everyone now try to connect. Okay, so you are done. Now select a new variable name in the output variable, like weight. Select any name you want. Weight record. These are new variable name. Okay. Select a new variable name in output variable and click change. Click change. I repeat, select weight in the input variable, mention a new variable name in the output, then click change. Are you guys done with it? Then say yes, I'm done.
Yep.
Yes, I'm
Yep.
done.
Done.
Yes, I'm done.
Yes.
Okay, please interact. Now it is very important. Okay. Now then click old and new values.
Okay.
Now in this here, you can define any categories at any way you want. Okay.
Yes.
Like click range here, click range.
Okay.
Done.
Click range. Now here mention the range like 35.1 through 40. Okay. Mention the range you want. 35.1 to 40. Done.
Okay.
Then select a new value name, whatever you want. Let's say one for 35.1 to 40.
Okay.
Then click add here. Now it is converted. Now that is how you can define all the category. Let's say 45.1 to 45 is value 2. Okay, a lot of noise is coming from. Then click add and then select 45.1 to 50. Saiful Bhai, are you there?
Yes, I'm doing.
Okay, thank you. Then click add, and that is how you select like as much as you want, 275. Okay, select 4 for 50 to 55, then for 55 to 60 select 5. For 60 to 65, are you guys there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, just say
Yes.
yes, no sometimes. I think my net connection is
So in
totally
between,
stable now.
so while here when I'm doing this range, is it essential that I only keep it in an interval of 5 since we're dealing with age? Or wait, let's say the future entries I put 60 to 70 directly, or do I have to keep an interval of I have to maintain an interval of 5 only in between?
You can maintain any interval you want. I'm just giving you an example. Depending on the data
Okay.
set, you can maintain any interval you want. So here we have defined eight categories. Are you guys done with it? There are also some other options. You know what? Like for range lowest true value, it means like if you define 40, it means 40 or less than 40. Okay? Or or like if you define highs, that means 35 to greater than 35. All the values greater than 35 for this. So that is how you can define ranges. Okay? I will give
Yeah.
assignment for that. So you need to complete it. So are you guys done with it?
And
So,
done.
hello,
Yes,
excuse
yes,
me.
yes.
So, if I want to define like greater than 75, which of them should I use?
Okay, okay. Just lowest through value. Hey, of course, this one. Value through highest. If I select 9, then here you can see 75 through highest. That is greater than 75 is 9. Now we don't need
Okay,
that, so just remove it.
okay,
So is it clear?
yes.
Okay, now click continue. Okay, then click OK. Now you can see in your data value there is a new variable created. Look at that, new variable created. Can you see that? Are you guys
Yes,
done with it?
yes, it's done.
Yes.
Okay, now this is interesting. You just define some categories in recording option, right? Now you need to do the same categories also in that option. Okay, like for the new variable, define the category just you selected right now. 35 to 40, 35.1 to 40.
No, we can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen.
We
Can you
can
see
see.
me?
Okay, okay, yeah, I can
Yes, I
see
can
it.
see.
I should be able to see it.
Yeah,
Okay, then define the categories like 35.1 to 40. Okay,
Value
now
should be 1. The value should be 1.
where I'm making mistakes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Incorrect.
I
Okay,
guess
okay. One more problem is that there are.
Value is 1.
his
Value 1
label is
Oh, I'm sorry.
35.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So yeah, that is how just do that. I'm just doing it for two category. I hope it's okay. Other people who for some reason fail to do that, just follow my image. Okay, just follow my image. I mentioned everything over there. After the class, follow my image. If you fail, contact me. No problem. That is how you can add all the variable value. Okay, then if you just go to the data view, you can see that you will find this as a categorical variable. Okay, so I hope you understand the recording. Is there any questions?
9.
Is there any questions, please?
No, any question?
Okay, I want to mention some name who is not talking at all. Musiwa brother, can you hear me? Musiwa from Nigeria, probably. My friend, can you hear me? Musiwa Mutulu, can you hear me, my friend?
I can hear you. I'm following from Zambia.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, brother. So did you complete that?
Yes. I'm starting the value right now.
Okay, who is not communicating? Let me find one. Well, I'll check it. I will check it out after my class. That who is not communicating. Next class, I will target him and like ask him questions. Okay.
Sir,
So any questions?
I miss out.
You missed it.
Yes.
Okay, man. It's a long thing, you know. I cannot repeat all the things.
No. I can follow up to transform. Maybe what I will do is to do it again, but where I miss it after continue. What next?
Okay, after continue, like click OK.
Okay.
While defining categories, then continue and OK, and you should get a new variable. Well, you know
Sorry,
what? There
you say
is,
after continue.
Just showing it. Okay. Can you see that? Can you see
Yes.
that? Okay.
After continue.
After continue, just click OK. Make sure you have a new variable name here. Just click OK.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. I want to describe people who are following this. That there is another option.
Okay.
Akhil, that like record into same variables. Okay. You can do that in similar way, but the variable will be same. New variable will not create. Okay. So void variable will create.
So record in same variable means?
Same variable is like there. Can you see that there is a new variable created? Void record.
Yes. Yes.
No new variable will not create. The void variable will convert automatically to categorical.
Okay.
Got it? The same way. The same way.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone have any more questions so that I can move forward?
Hello, can you check? Let's check the values. The values.
So you want me to check the values?
Check the values. No, not there. On the variable view. Yeah, the value. Let's see the value.
Here.
Yes.
Well,
In
I have
my
not
case,
defined all categories. You have to define all the categories.
Okay, I should okay.
You know, I
I've
just
not
show it for
defined it.
example.
Okay.
I provided this data file. Okay, after the class, check the data file or open the data file. You will understand how I did or like how
So
it happened.
I have to define the category to have it there.
Yes. This is like a way to. Yes, you have to define it. After recording, you have to define it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now can I move forward with my next item? Though we are done with our 2 hours, but I want to take around 20 to 30 minutes extra for this class. I hope it is okay for you guys.
Okay, you can continue.
Okay, now you can also transform the data like using compute variable, but it is better to use that for different purpose. Okay, like open another data file. Probably which one? Data transformation compute. Can you see that? Can you see this?
Yes.
Well, let me show you something interesting. How many of you know what is a scatter plot? How many of you know what is a scatter plot?
You say?
What is a scatter plot?
We use scatter plots to check outliers.
No, box plot is for checking outlier.
Yeah. That is box plot. Sorry, that is Your scatter plot is to when you are doing correlation, so that you want to know whether it's linear or.
Yes, right. So Siddiq brother, Siddiq bhai, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you have idea like how to find a scatter plot or interpreting a scatter plot?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not
Okay.
that advanced level.
Okay, no problem. I am just asking to confirm. You know what about the audience? Idea about the audience. Thank you. So now you know what? I'm scatter plot is a graph which shows you the relationship between any two variables. Okay. Now here I have say two variables GDP and life expectancy. That means what is the average life expectancy and the relation with GDP. Okay. Now how to show it? Don't find it difficult. Okay, don't try to follow it. I'm just drawing a graph for a scatter plot. You don't need to understand that. Here GDP is dependent or independent? GDP is dependent. Okay. Life expectancy is independent. So here I'm trying to draw a graph just to give you one idea. Okay. Now all people, please look at the graph. This is a graph for life expectancy and growth GDP. Okay. Now look at the graph. It is a curvy graph, right? Is it a straight line? Is it a straight line? Look all
No,
the points.
no. It's non-linear.
It's non-linear. Non-linear means this is not a straight line. Let me draw a straight line to show you. Look at that. Where is the straight line? I'm sorry. No, not this one. Yes, I got it. Look at the straight line. Is it in the middle value of all value? So this is not a linear, okay? This is non-linear. This is
it's non-linear.
this curvy,
Non-linear.
right? Okay, now there is a solution to make it linear. And you know what? For advanced analysis, it is very important that you have linear relationship between variables. Okay? Like here, let's say I will use the transformation, then try to draw the graph again to convert it linear. So I just want to tell you that for some purpose, we may need to use log transformation, logarithm transformation. What is that? Go to the transform, click compute variable. Go to the transform, click compute variable. Are you guys doing this?
Yes.
Click on.
Okay, then make a new variable name. Target variable is like a new variable name. Say GDP transformation is our new variable name. Now we will transform only the variable GDP. Okay. Now the transformation, I provided you formula that if the variable is positively skewed, you don't need to understand positively skewed. I will that later. Okay, here there are two other way I described. Okay, like where it is. Yes, two formula like for logarithm you can take LG10. Okay, when you are, it is like this option is for actually calculating something. You can use it like a calculator. Okay, so here I'm using LG10. That means I am using logarithm. Okay, logarithm for GDP. Select this variable GDP or just give a name. Select this variable, make a double click on this variable. So I'm selecting GDP and I am using log for all the value. Okay, is it clear to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, why I'm creating this? I want to transform this variable. Okay, now click OK if you are done with it. Are you guys done with it?
Then is an error message when you click OK.
Okay, I'm waiting for the audience to say yes.
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 Okay, then click OK. Now look at your variable view. There is a new variable created, right? Now this is like someone's for someone noise is coming for someone audio. Okay. Now
Can you
for
hear
the
me?
yes.
So I tried the logarithmic conversion and it gave me an error message.
What message?
It says incorrect variable name also.
Yes, that means you did not mention variable name. Go to the transform compute variable. Here you have to mention. Look at the target variable. You have to mention a new variable name.
Okay. Yeah, so it's telling me that the name is more than 64 characters, so it's not defined by previous command.
What? I don't get it.
Either the name is more than 64 characters or it's not defined by a previous command. That's the error message it gave me.
Okay, share
I
my
also
screen.
got the same thing, illegal character. I think in the box numeric expression, the term LG10 within bracket GDP. So
Yes.
could you put the bracket out?
Okay, okay.
Put the bracket and also.
Can you repeat again, please?
Okay, yeah, I'm repeating everything. Okay, I'm removing the variable. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I got it now.
Okay, now in GDP, make sure you have the same type I have, numeric type, and the measurement has to be scale. Okay, otherwise it will not compute.
Mine was okay.
Okay, the measure option has to be a scale. Okay, now go to the transform, look at that, then click compute variable, and then let me make a reset and show it again. Then make a new variable name. Say GDP transform is my new variable name. Make sure you don't give any space in your variable name. I don't know, is the noise coming from my side or anyone's side? Someone's noise is coming. Yes, okay, I mute her. Okay, now mention the new variable name, transformation. Then here, select a numerical expression, LG10 of GDP. Okay, GDP had the variable name. Remember that I am mentioning GDP. That means I want to convert this GDP variable. Are you guys done with it? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Okay, then click OK. Then you got a new variable. Okay, that is interesting. Now look at the data view. How it is significantly changed, right? Previously it was 7,300.
Excuse me. I also still having incorrect. I don't know.
Okay, share
Incorrect
your
variable.
screen. Share your screen. I'm giving you the permission to share your screen.
So did you do LG brackets GDP?
Yes, yes. The spelling has to
You
be
need to
same.
put the GDP in brackets.
LG10, log 10.
Bracket.
The
Yes,
spelling,
bracket GDP.
the spelling has to be same. Okay. Did you do that? No problem. Show it a couple of minutes later. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I think now just the final LG. Then right.
Yes, yes. And then I give a bracket and just GDP. Okay, so here you can see people who found it. Look at that. How significantly the value changes while you're taking log.
Yes. Yes, I got it. Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
now why are we taking this log transformation? Okay. Now let's do one more thing. Previously, I did a graph by using GDP and life. Okay, remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
Now I will create a graph for GDP transformation and life for the new variable. Okay, now let's see how it looks like. Okay, let us draw a scatter plot now again. Now I'm selecting GDP transformation, which is the new variable, transform variable. Okay, that's interesting. Now click OK. Now look at the graph. Isn't it linear? Can you
It
see the
looks like
previous graph and see the new graph?
more linear than previous.
Yes, yes, it is. That is why we use this kind of transformation.
Excuse me, can you tell me how exactly view the graph from what
You do
option?
not need to draw the graph in this class. We will show it class by class. I'm just giving
Okay.
example for the advanced analysis how we can use this transformation. Okay, you do not need to use this graph now.
Okay.
Just learn
Thank you.
how to do transformation.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so is it clear to everyone?
So that means when we transform any variable, that is data, so we need to put the word log10. So the transformation should be brought under the log formula.
Yes,
Is it
yes,
right?
yes, yes. You know, there are another transformation like a square root. Okay. Yeah, but most of the cases log is the most significant one for transformation, most effective. So it's better you just learn one right now. Then while further analyze, if you need, you can learn more. You got it?
Good, but I think another I want to know here. That means you the word write LG in capital letter. So is it possible to write in small
No, no, no,
scale? That means,
no. This is defined by
so we should
space.
write in capital.
Yes,
So
this is defined by spaces that LG10 means logarithm. Okay. One more thing you can do is that, let me show you who is asking this. Is it Akhil asking this?
no, I'm
Nope.
Siddiq. But what I'm
Okay.
asking, if you write LG, is it should be written in capital letter or small letter? But
It
here
should
we
be
write
right
in
in capital letter. Yes.
capital letter.
If you want to take help, you can also take help from this option. Okay. There are a lot of
So the
options.
entire purpose of putting into log is to get us a more linear presentation.
Yes, yeah. The purpose is that you have to write exactly the same way. One more thing I want to show you. I do not want to explain this right now. Just give you an idea. Look at that. Look at the PDF I provided you. I mentioned here that when the variable is positively skewed actually show you the behavior of the data. Okay, when the behavior of the data is positively skewed for a variable, you can use LG10. But if it is negatively skewed, you have to use LG10 8.3 minus variable name. Okay, I can't remember who actually proposed this formula. Okay, but this is a way just to transform it. When the
What do you
data,
mean?
yes, go ahead. Who is this? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes,
No one
we
is
can hear
talking.
you.
Someone is asking you a question.
Yes, I'm asking you a question. Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
What
now.
Yeah, what do you mean by positively skewed and negatively skewed?
Well, you know what? At our third chapter, okay, I will define skewness. Okay.
Okay.
So it will take around 30 minutes to explain skewness. Okay. So it actually give you the idea of behavior. You can find the skewness and interpret the value. Like for 0, we tell it is symmetric, greater than 0 positive, less than 0 negative. You can also get the idea by using histogram. You will learn that later. Just understand that for positively skewed for a particular variable, we can use LG10 only, but for negative, we can use LG10 and this formula 8.3 minus GDP. I provided you the data, the PDF where it is given.
Okay.
So is it clear to everyone, like how are we transforming and what is the purpose?
Yes, sir. Can we ask again what's the purpose of?
Okay, as I said,
making it
the purpose is for particularly here, the purpose is to make it linear. Because while doing further analysis, the assumption is that, or the condition is that the relationship has to be linear.
Okay, thank you.
Like for fitting a regression model, linear regression model, your relationship has to be linear. Or while you use record by converting categorical variable and further analysis, it can be easier for some cases. So that is why we are doing this. So can you understand this? Hello.
Yes, yes.
So no one is talking. Should I stop the class now or should I go 10 more minutes?
4 minutes. We're listening.
I want some people to tell frankly.
You can continue. We should learn today's topic.
You
and
can
complete
go
the
on.
today's topic.
Okay, I have only one more topic. Okay, then this class will finish. I know this 2 hour 30 minutes is a long period. I know, guys. So yeah, if you have anything to say, like you don't like something, you can tell me. Okay. So now let us show our last one is how can you merge the data set. Okay, this is very important and tricky way to do that. It is like, why are we doing that? Okay, let's say Marcelo, can you hear me? Marcelo, can you hear me?
Can hear you, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let's say Marcelo is doing a study, and for that he's collecting 200 data. Okay, and he tell Akhil that Akhil, you will type 100 data in SPSS. Okay, and then he also tells Siddiq Bhai that Siddiq, you will also type 100 data because it takes time to
Okay.
enter so many data. Okay, so when Siddiq Bhai finished writing 100 data or typing 100 data and Akhil finished typing 100 data, then what you need to do, you need to combine these 200 data, right, for analysis.
Yes.
That is we call the merge the data set, merging the or merge data files. Now I'm going to show that how you can do that. I provided you 2 data sets at your email or in Facebook group or WhatsApp group. Like you can see, you can open merge file add cases part 1 and also part 2. Open these 2 particular type. Did you guys open it? Don't be confused. Too many data, I know. And also part 2 for merge file add cases. Okay, only open this option. Did you guys open it? Just say yes or no. Please connect, interact.
Yes,
Yes, open.
Yes.
We
Yes,
open
it's
2
open.
files.
Okay, thank you very much. Now look at the 2 files. All the variable name are same, isn't it? There are 11 variables for both the data file. Now what is the difference? The difference is that look at the first data file. For the first data file, how many observations do we have in total? Like let me show it. For the we have around, look, count it. We have around 200 data set, right?
Yes, 200.
Right, 200 data set.
Yes,
Variable name
200.
are same. But for the second, how many we have for the second data set?
473.
We have around
474.
474.
Oh god, I
474.
got some messed up. Okay. Do one thing. Delete the data set from 201. Just look at me how I'm. If you don't delete it, okay, no problem. Delete the data set from 201 and the rest one delete it. Can you do it the way I'm doing it? Just give a double click in your mouse if you know how to delete something, and then just click here and just clear it. Okay. Now look at that. If you don't clear it, it is all right. Now let's say Akhil, you type 200 data. Okay. Akhil typed 200 data, and another person who I mentioned, Siddiq Bhai. Siddiq Bhai typed how many data?
200.
Oh, also 200. Okay. So Siddiq Bhai typed 200 data. Akhil typed 200 data. Now I will merge it. Now go to the data option. Please follow this. Go to the data option. Then click merge file. then click add cases.
Yes. Now.
Can you guys see that? Are you guys done with it? Hello, no one is talking. Why?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
we're seeing it.
Okay. Just now here I have what dataset I have. Dataset part 1, right? Now just select part 2 from your browser or the open dataset. Select part 2 and click continue. It will automatically done. Now just click OK. Here you can see our data is created for 400 data. Can you see that?
Yep.
Here the important thing is that the variable name has to be similar for all the variables. Okay? The variable name has to be similar for all the variable like ID, gender, birth date, all the variable name has to be similar. Okay?
And we could have merged it for different numbers as well. So like the original data, which was 20474, two files of 20474 data. Both could have also been merged.
Yes.
Like,
Both don't need to be equal. You can download, you can collect from 10 particular data set and merge 10 data set in one set. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I think let us finish the class. I feel that some people I think we are almost done. Like merging, there is another way to merge, which I will show in the next class. So it is better we should stop the class now. I hope you guys understand the ideas. Now, if you guys have anything to say, you can say me, or you can tell me. I don't know. 2-3 people left the class. Not 2, 3, or 4 people. Just few minutes ago. I don't know why.
Maybe there is a problem with the connection.
Probably. So anyone have any more questions? Like we're done with our class. I want to ask something not related to this topic. Is that I want to ask everyone. Like we have around 30 participants right now. Okay, and I'm expecting around 5 more participants. Okay, now should I divide this into 2 groups? Like for group 1 there will be 15 participants, for group 2 there will be 15 participants, or you guys are okay with 30 participants? Can you guys share me frankly?
For me, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm okay with it.
So are you guys okay with 30 participants? As you know, some of you may
No
have
problem.
problems.
No problem with that.
Okay. If you guys are okay with it, I'm here, just to consult. If you're facing problems, I will feel bad. So I want to ensure, that is why I asked. Okay. So let's see how it goes. If after 1 or 2 class I feel that you guys are having problem, I will divide in 2 groups, and then I will take classes on different way on a particular day. No problem. Okay. So we are done with our class. Do you have any more questions, or we can end this class?
Could you just please repeat the merger? I didn't was able to do it.
Okay, then skip the merge option right now. Okay. At the beginning of my next class, I will show it again, and we will start the merging data set from. I think there is too many topics coming at this class.
Okay, that would be good. From next day, we will just
Yes.
start from this merging the class.
Yes. I want to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so our next class will be on next Saturday, but I will repeat this class for the people who couldn't be able to join due to Eid. So I will repeat the class on 7th August probably. Okay. So thank you very much all for the joining, and I hope you guys continue the class. You know what? If I provide you video, I don't think that it would be good. Like I can provide you video, but I don't think you can follow the video perfectly as much as we are doing right now. You'll feel lazy, or maybe like you have to like cut the video again and again to see the whole class. Okay.
Yep.
So thank you
So
very
the
much,
next class is
everyone.
on.
Thank you.
So the next class is on
Thank
Saturday.
you very much.
Yes, your next class will start. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
One more participant is joining right now. Okay, so make sure your internet connection is okay. You know what? I doubled my internet speed. At our country, there is a serious problem on Wi-Fi. Doesn't matter how big your speed is or how good your speed is, there is always a problem. So I am using the maximum speed. So thank you very much, brother and sister, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm ending this
Thanks
meeting.
a lot.
If you have any query, please knock me. Don't hesitate to knock me. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, please, I lost my internet connection for the last 7 minutes. I didn't hear.
Okay, Chinadu brother, we
Yeah,
are done with our class. Okay. So I will provide you the video. If you have any question, you can knock me. I will show you.
okay, all right, no problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
and follow the image files. Okay, follow the image files.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. Tata.